Hi guys, I'm Twitch and I play for Xenon Records as a label DJ. We're expecting a baby, so yes, but I'm going to take a couple of months off to be a mom. They were talking about like DJ and blah blah blah, all these different numbers about mixing equipment and all this, and one morning I woke up and thought I'm just going to write to Tim Sensient and just ask him. I put that out there and I got a scholarship at SAE in Byron. There's still a really long journey there for me with production.
What about non-Xenon record?
Just don't be afraid to put your heart out there and go for it. You'd be really surprised by the support that you receive.
Is Xenon Records a cult?
We have really good intentions.
It's so awesome. Hi everyone from New South Wales in Gundaroo. As always, interviewing artists. Please introduce yourself.
Hi guys, I'm Twitch and I play for Xenon Records as a label DJ.
So where are you based? Where did you come from to this party?
I've come from just past Brisbane in Redcliffe. I've just moved there with my partner. We just got a house. We've been travelling in our vans for about a year and a half, and we found out about 7 weeks ago that we're expecting a baby. So we needed to get a house and settle down, and yeah, it's actually a really nice space up there. And
congratulations. Have you thought of what life is going to be being a DJ and pregnant?
yes, I have, and for us, I'll take probably a couple of months off. You never know until it happens. You can plan, but you just don't really know until you're there. But I'm going to take a couple of months off to be a mum, and then hopefully just get myself back out there. Probably just come for my set and then go back home to the baby, because I don't think I want to be away from them for long. But my partner also works in festivals. He does a lot of management and harm reduction stuff. So I think together we'll have a really nice balance. Yeah.
Well, very nice. Wish you all the best.
Thank you. We're really excited.
So how and when did your music journey begin?
So I started DJing 3 years ago. I wanted to DJ probably for about 5 years, so 2 years before that, but it took me a little bit of time to get the courage. As we all know, it's a very male-dominated industry, and all my advice was coming to me from men. They were talking about DJ and blah blah blah, all these different numbers about mixing equipment and all this, and it was kind of overwhelming at the beginning, because I'm just like, what the hell are you talking about, you know? And then I met a few women doing it. I got to do a DJ competition called Your Shot, and that gave me the start that I needed and the confidence and the skills that I needed to get out there. And yeah, as soon as that happened, I just went for it, yeah. And my intention from the beginning was always to represent Xenon. I'd been supporting them by going to gigs for about 6 years and fell very in love with what they're doing, and yeah, now I get to represent them, which is a really big honor for me.
So how did that happen? Obviously, as you said, that was the goal and you reached it, but can you tell a little bit about how it happened?
Yeah, well, I just asked for it, really. I kept dreaming about it, literally having dreams about it. And one morning I woke up and thought, I'm just going to write to Tim Sensient and just ask him. And he said to me, would you like to, represent Xenon at Earth Frequency? We're doing a Xenon showcase. And for me, I was just like, of course, this is a dream come true. And then he thought about it for about a week and then came back to me and said, yeah, we'd like to have you as a label DJ, and sent me, the discography, and I put together my first mix for them, Welcome to Xenon, and really proud of that mix. It's had a really great response. It's been a year and a half since I put that out there. It's had a lot of hits and still one of my favourite mixes. And yeah, I feel like, you know, if you really want something, have the intention, do the work, and let people know what you want. There's no harm in asking. The worst thing that will happen is rejection, which is hard to deal with, but if you don't ask, then you're always going to wonder what could have happened. So yeah, especially for other women out there, I get a lot of messages asking how I've gotten to where I am now, and I think just don't be afraid to put your heart out there and go for it. You'd be really surprised by the support that you receive.
And so, when did that happen? That you officially joined Xenon Records?
So that was about a year and a half ago. I had just moved from Melbourne to Byron Bay. My original intention actually wasn't to be a DJ. 5 years ago, I really wanted to be a producer. I was like, oh, I'm going to do this. Like I was listening to a lot of people playing and their music and thinking, oh, I'd love to like take this kind of sound and mix it with that and make my own kind of thing. And my good friend in Melbourne who runs progression sessions, he's just like, I think you should be a DJ because, you know, you're not the kind of person that really wants to hide away in a room on a computer, and it can take a really long time to get there. And so I started DJing, but I still have the intention to be a producer, and I put that out there, and I got a scholarship at SAE in Byron. And so, yeah, that's why I moved in 2020, February, I moved from Melbourne to Byron Bay to study at SAE. And COVID happened then, and Melbourne got completely fucked. And I found myself up in Byron, living an absolute dream, focusing, you know, just full focus on the music and learning Ableton, because I only opened up Ableton for the first time with the course. So huge learning curve for me. I haven't got any other previous musical experience. So yeah, it's still a huge learning curve. It's been 2 years since I started that course. As soon as I finished, I was lucky enough, they released Xenon Education. So I've used that, and that's been so incredibly helpful to hone in on what the Xenon sound really is. And you know, I've made a few tracks I like, nothing that I've shared. I've done a remix with my friend Spyrax and shared that out there. There's still a really long journey there for me with production, but I've come to the place of acceptance that my journey with that is going to be a bit of a slow burn, but I'm going to get there. You'll see, you'll hear something from me. Might be a year, it might be 3 years away, but it's going to happen.
Very nice. So, what's your sound? You said Xenon Records is your sound. I guess it's bush prog.
Yeah, I'd say my influences are heavily from Shemi Spiralife. He's actually mentored me and done a few tutorials with me, and it's kind of like from him to Chromagon almost. So I really, you know, like bush prog. I really love dark prog. So yeah, it's kind of a bit of all of that. I love the squelchy sounds of Evil Oil Man, and I love adding feminine vocals and feminine, more, I guess, emotional, atmospheric sounds in there as well. So it's kind of a bit of it's a mix of all of the artists from Xenon that really resonate with me. Yeah.
Whom would you name the non-Australian or what about non-Xenon record artists? Maybe name 2 or 3 that are your favorite?
Yeah, I think. Well, originally I was really influenced by Freedom Fighters, Sharaf, and also I really like Deckel's sound as well. So yeah, the Stereosonic guys, it's a real, like, it's an Israeli sound obviously with a really rounded bass lines, and it's more minimal in a sense too. There's more space for the sounds in there, which is definitely something that you will hear in my music. I was really influenced even by Captain Hook for a while there, but I guess for international, like, progressive Psy artists, there's some who really inspire my production. Yeah.
In your set, you played one track. You played the Saddest Indigo Spirit. What do you think about? Is it him or her? I don't know. Can you?
Yeah, he is absolutely incredible. I think he has a background in like jazz, or there's something there because it definitely comes through in his music. He's definitely someone, if you haven't heard of Indigo Spirit, look him up. He's making really incredible, beautiful music, and he's definitely one to watch for sure.
Beautiful, that's how I would describe too.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, and you can feel there's other influences. He's got a musical background for sure, and a lot of Xenon artists do, and they bring that to the sound as well, which really influence what they make. Yeah.
Oh well, you seem to be very passionate about it. That's so awesome. Can you tell me, is Xenon Records a cult?
I don't know about that. It could be a bit of a cult, I guess. But yeah, we have really good intentions with Xenon. There's a couple of women now. There's also Amiri from Japan who's joined as a label DJ. There's obviously Charlotte, who's one half of Triforce, and for me, as a woman in the scene, I want to see more chicks producing and getting stuff out there. My friend Ali, who plays under Aria, she's making tunes. I'm pretty sure she's ready to get something out there, and yeah, I'd love to see her releasing something with Xenon eventually. That'd be great.
Oh, you're such a great representative of Xenon Records, women and music. It's so lovely to see. I wish you all the best, in your future career. Looking forward to meeting you again at the future parties and dancing to your sets and your own music eventually. And it was a privilege for me to be able to play after you.
Oh, thanks, Mishka. It's been so lovely meeting you, and thank you for stepping up to the decks then. Things didn't go to plan. As I said earlier, we had a few hiccups along the way, but yeah, you jumped in and saved the day, and it looked like you're having a really good time up there too. So yeah, it's really nice to see that.
Thank you very much. All the best to you. Thank you.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah, that's it. That's the minimum.
That's
It's
great.
they're podcasting headphones, not for yeah. How can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you good.
Yeah, that's good. So we are rolling basically.
Awesome.
That was lovely.
Nice,
so
thank
good.
you.
Yeah.
It's
so
always
good.
nice to do that because I'm like, you never know what people are going to ask, and you're like, oh, cool. Like, I get to kind of explore what I think and feel a bit more. So,
What did you think about the soundtrack?
oh, no, it is a bit like they're not that.
You're a great representative.
Thank you, bro. I really
Thank you so much. I appreciate it too.